Here we come down. I'm so high in this. I'm so hungry.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another House of Payne video if you're new. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for House of Payne, Season 9, Episode 17. If you're a fan of House of Payne, if you love House of Payne, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on House of Payne, you get them. Now, this episode is titled Dark 30, and it's pretty obvious why the episode is called that. You know, before you even watch the episode, you can just assume that, you know, Caleb, aka Dark 30, will be in this episode. I mean, the episode is named after him. Now, when the episode starts, of course, it picks up where it left off. We see Curtis and Floyd going over to CJ's house. They knock on the door and they come in, and CJ's looking like, what the hell is going on? Because Curtis is acting weird. He starts saying all kinds of weird things, and he starts like trying to hump the table and stuff, and it was just kind of weird, man. You know, Curtis really cannot handle smoking weed or smoking vapes, so he definitely should not be doing that. You know, he smoked a little bit too much. When we get to Ella, we see that she is high as hell, man. She's in the kitchen and she's saying all kinds of bizarre things. You know, she's thinking she's hearing things. She's thinking she's seeing things. She's thinking she's hearing the Lord and stuff. And it's just funny, man. I did laugh when it came to Ella being high. She did crack me up in this episode. I really did have some good laughs. And the kitchen is still a damn mess. Nobody cleaned it up yet. You know, Curtis left the house and Ella is too damn high to even notice that the kitchen is so messy. So Curtis and Floyd eventually get it out that, you know, Curtis smoked the vape. Well, Curtis doesn't tell CJ, Floyd does. Floyd says that, you know, Curtis hit that vape that CJ left over at his house. And CJ's like, what? Why would you do that? So CJ's trying to figure out what to do. He's like, man, Curtis is acting crazy. And he was acting real crazy. He was sitting on the table. He was closing his eyes. He was zoned out, imagining things. He was saying all types of crazy stuff. So CJ mentions that the vape was from Caleb, Dark 30. And Floyd says he knows him. He's like, oh, you mean the preacher's son, Dark 30? And he was like, oh, he has the best weed in town. And CJ's looking at him like, what? He's like, oh, it's just a rumor. Yeah, bullshit. We know that Floyd is a weed smoker and he buys weed off Dark 30. As soon as he says that, we know that he buys weed from him. So CJ's like, why don't you call him and get him over here so we can talk to him about how much Curtis smoked and when Curtis will come down and everything. And Floyd's like, oh yeah, I'll call him. So CJ's like, oh, you have his number? So that confirms right there that, you know, Floyd buys weed off him. Going back to Ella for a second, she finally goes outside and she picks up those weed mints and she reads that it has THC on there. And she's like, oh my God, because she was like, why am I acting like this? And then as soon as she read that it had weed in it, then she knew exactly why she was acting like that. And she couldn't believe that she took it, but it was too late. It was so funny seeing Ella high because we've never seen this before. I mean, she was high as hell. She might have even been higher than Curtis. I don't know though, because Curtis was high as heck as well. The both of them were just too high in this episode. I was just laughing the entire time because these two are off the chain when they're high. This is something us as fans have never seen when we watched the show before, so it was something new to watch. I just didn't expect them to bring drugs into this show like that, you know, because Curtis and Ella have always been against stuff like that. They've always been against drugs. They've always sent messages on this show, and they tried to make a positive impact when it came to this show. Like, not only was it a comedy, but it also taught valuable lessons. Like at the end of certain episodes, if you guys remember, certain actors or actresses would say something and they would send a message, like when it came to HIV, bullying, or stuff like that. I know you guys remember them certain episodes where certain actors would say stuff at the end like that. And now it's like this show just doesn't even care when it comes to that type of stuff. I don't know if it's because it's on BET now or what, but man, they're putting drugs into it and everything now. I noticed that they're cussing in it and stuff, and it's just a completely different show. Now, Dark 30 finally shows up to CJ's house, and of course, these two are going at it. CJ doesn't like him because, you know, he was trying to date his daughter, and CJ just doesn't like that. And he doesn't like the fact that this dude, Dark 30, smokes weed and was trying to get Jasmine to smoke weed as well. And Caleb is like, I promise I'll continue to see Jasmine, but I won't influence her to try to do drugs anymore. And he's like, no, you're not seeing her at all. And he's like, man, I can't promise that. I kind of found Floyd and Caleb together really funny, because there was one part in the episode where the two of them said something at the exact same time. I think they said something like, be quiet, you'll wake everybody up in the house, or something like that. I mean, it was funny, but in a way it was kind of disrespectful to say that, because this is CJ's house, and CJ doesn't already like this dude, so he shouldn't be saying that type of stuff in his house. Caleb's asking how much Curtis smoked, and he was like, if he smoked like 2 or 3 hits, he should be okay. He should be coming down soon. And they told him that Curtis hit it like 10 or 15 times, and Caleb's just like, damn, you know, he ain't coming down for a minute. So he said he needs to see the vape in order to see like when he's gonna come down, in order to estimate like how much time it'll take for him to come down. So all of them go over to Curtis's house, and they go into the kitchen like, man, this kitchen is a mess, because, you know, there's still stuff everywhere, food, plates, just everything. And then they go into the backyard, and Ella is high as hell. And everybody's looking confused like, man, what is going on? Because now we have high Ella and high Curtis. And this was the end of the episode. You know, I thought this was definitely a better episode than episode 16. I'll give this episode like a 5 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It had funny moments throughout the episode, just like episode 16. But, you know, it still did drag in certain spots of this episode. But there was moments in this episode that really had me dying, that really had me laughing, especially when it came to Curtis and Ella. Now, we know that Floyd's going to be in the next episode, because I assume next episode will continue off this episode. Now, I don't really like that thing where they continue each episode. You know, back in the day, they did have like 2-parter or 3-parter episodes, but this is kind of too long. This is dragging out too far. I don't know how many episodes this is gonna be, like 4, 5, or 6, or what, because we've already had 3 episodes dealing with the same thing. Back in the day when it came to House of Payne, each episode started off something new. Now they're just continuing this over and over again. And where is Jasmine, Calvin, and all the other people? I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna see this play out for like 2 more episodes. What do you guys think? And what did you guys think of this episode? Comment down below your thoughts on this episode. Comment your theories and everything else for what you think is gonna happen for the rest of the season. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all House of Payne content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy, FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.